So hi guys, very good morning. Uh, this is regarding, as you have seen it already, complete prospectus relating to new scheme. Proposed prospectus, I can say. In fact, it's not a detailed prospectus. What is a proposed scheme? We all know. By the way, I'm doing this video on 5th of the June morning 10:15. Okay, so immediately I'll be uploading. One point I wanted to clarify with respect to the proposed scheme. You need not watch any video, you need not ask any query to anybody. If you spare this particular video time, okay, believe me, I worked out in all the angles, getting it. In fact, I wrote a very big running notes itself, okay, while I'm doing this, almost spent like never before, almost 3.5 to 4 hours I spent on this entirely. Even, you know what, in the same video, like first let me clear one basic idea. So what is it? What is that? What happened exactly? The proposed scheme, I will call it as PS. Existing scheme, I call it as ES. So it is approved by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. When it was approved, 2nd June it was approved and it was posted onto the official gazetting. Look, please watch till the end of the video, and I'm telling you, you need not ask any question to anybody. Honestly. Yes. Now it is open for 30 days. Why? 30 days it is open for suggestions and improvements from all stakeholders. Who are all stakeholders? You and me, public, industry, commerce, people, everybody. In fact, honestly speaking, every citizen of India is a stakeholder in this. Fine. So it is approved, and by when we need to give all the suggestions? 1st July. 1st July 2022, we have to give all our suggestions. So now, yesterday itself, institute has given another notification. What they said very clearly before I proceed further. Now the students who are watching this video, you might be an existing scheme student, or you might be foundation student who are aspiring to go for May 23 examination example especially. So for you this video is most relevant. One more point, in this video we are also going to do the exercise of, like I will, in this video I will fill what are all my suggestions to the institute, how to fill the suggestions to the institute, that is also I'm covering. So before we suggest something to the institute, first we need to understand what the basic fundamental thing, what we need to understand. We need to understand what is the entire scheme thoroughly. You need to understand. Just having some even 90% clarity is also not enough. Previously I did a video with 90% clarity, getting it, but now I'm doing this with 101% clarity. This clarity is required for every student in order to make a suggestion to ICI. And now once I start suggestion part, like institute has given a link. In that link I'll be filling what are all my suggestions. Along with me, while watching this video, you can also fill along with me whatever suggestion you felt. So what is the question that they're asking? I will explain you. What is its significance? I'll explain you. And along with me, you select the option that whatever you felt, correct. I will explain what is my logic behind my selection. Getting it? Fine. Anyhow, I'll start that particular thing later. So now what they said here, once proposed scheme and draft regulations are approved, the implementation scheme means whatever the proposed scheme is there, right? It is not yet implemented. In order to implement only, they are asking you for suggestions, okay? Including transition provision. This is the most important thing. Transition provision for existing scheme shall be formulated. And you see below, while formulating the transition scheme, care will be taken to allow exemptions to the students for respective subjects which they cleared under existing, like or earlier or existing scheme, until such time students are advised to continue study as per the regular curriculum, current curriculum. So that is what I even wrote here exactly. So the institute, the implementation scheme, transition provision, they are yet to be formulated. When they will be formulated? Only after proposed scheme is implemented they can formulate how to transit. Okay, if a student directly registers under proposed scheme, that's a different issue. But those students who are under existing scheme. Example, they wrote under May 2022 exam, or they're going to write in the November 2022 examination. Getting it? Now, for them, what if, see, if they succeed, that's a different issue. If at all, luck do not favor, they failed in the examination or got some exemption, what to do? Transition provisions they need to notify. They have not yet notified. There is no point if you ask any question to anybody, sir, I am in second year of article right now, 1 year of article right now, or I have got 2 exemptions. In the new scheme, exemptions will be given or not. Don't ask all these provisions, or don't ask all these questions. But believe me, they will take care of exemptions that you got in earlier attempt. They will give you permission to convert from existing scheme to proposed scheme once it is implemented at a nominal charge further. Earlier we have IPCC too. Earlier we launched CA Inter, right? ICA has launched CA Inter earlier in 2017. At that time, or even if you take CA final, old scheme to new scheme, at that time, whatever benefits were given to old scheme students, similar benefit you will also get as an existing scheme student in order to, go and convert into the new scheme. One example of one benefit I'll tell you. Suppose in CA final, you see, or else in CA Inter, existing scheme, taxation paper is group 1, right? Whereas in the new scheme, taxation paper is in group 2. Okay. See, I'm just giving you an example so that you'll have confidence and watch the video till the end. Fine. So, like suppose in group 1, you qualified under existing scheme. Group 1, you failed. Example, you failed in the existing scheme. And taxation alone, you got exemption. Getting it? And you were converted into new scheme. Taxation is in which group? Group 2. In the group 2, taxation paper will be exempted for you in the new scheme, proposed scheme. Please, I'm requesting you, don't shoot up so many questions to your mind. Transition provision will come, and I'm telling you that will be very, very beneficial to the student very much. Whatever benefits you derived with your hard work, institute will recognize and give it to you in the new scheme. Fine. So this is the first thing which I wanted to explain. Now, before I go further, what is this particular new scheme exactly? So let's open, let's open this, new scheme document. Proposed scheme of education and training. So you can also see this in the 21st, it's actually 91st page, but in the PDF numbering point of it is 21. This thing is 46 pages approximately, excluding index. 46 pages is the entire guidelines for proposed scheme. Now you see here. So what is this here exactly? What exactly happened? First, I'll tell you proposed scheme at a brief. Then I'll discuss later. Yeah. Like suppose if you are coming from foundation route. Actually, let me not start with foundation route. I'll start with direct entry route, because the major change that happened in direct entry route. You know what? In direct entry, earlier what is under direct entry? Direct entry means you need to straight away enter into CA Inter based on graduation, and you need to directly register for articles. After completing 9 months of articles, you are eligible for the CA Inter exam, correct? But now direct entry route means you are directly entered into the CA Inter course only. CA Inter course only. It is not articleship. Now initially you should not enter. Earlier, whether you qualify CA Inter, one group or both the groups, doesn't matter. Getting it? Even if you qualify one group, you are eligible to enter into articles. Articles is called as practical training. Direct entry student, when he is permitted to enter into articles, immediately his articleship will start the moment of registration. But when he is eligible to write CA Inter examination after 9 months. But now, whether you are coming from foundation route or whether you are coming from direct entry, simply speaking, very simply speaking, direct entry is a substitute for foundation. You did not clear, you cleared graduation. Now you are entering into CA. Yes. Okay, based on graduation, we will give you exemption for foundation. Based on graduation, we will give exemption for foundation. That's the only difference. So which means you are directly eligible for CA Inter registration. CA Inter means what? Along with articles? No. Okay, so you are eligible directly for CA Inter registration. Now, whether you are coming from foundation, whether you are coming under direct entry, both you will join into CA Inter, right? Wait for 8 months after registration. Then immediately whenever examination arises, write the exam, you need to qualify both the groups. Maybe in each exam, one group you may qualify, but you can enter into practical training. You can enter into practical training only after completing both the examinations, both the groups. Until today, until this existing scheme, even if you qualify single group, you are eligible to enter into articleship. Okay, while doing articles, you take leave and clear the other group. But now institute don't want to interrupt your articles learning process. So what they did, finish both the groups. Okay, you finish one group in one attempt, you finish another group in another attempt, no problem at all. But finish both the groups, then only enter into practical training. 2 years, no interruption, no leave, nothing. 12 days in a year leave will be given. After 2 years over, then after 2 years, after 6 months, then you are eligible to write CA final examination subject to certain conditions. This is a main theme. First understand. So how this structure works, so that we are going to discuss in detail now. Now, so look at here. So as soon as you qualify 10th class, the 10th standard, after you pass the 10th standard, you can register with Board of Studies of ICI for CA course. You know, when you're eligible to appear in examination, by the way, sir, I'm a foundation student, qualified 10th standard, sir. So I registered for CA foundation. Can I immediately write in my intermediate first year 11th standard along with 11th standard exam, CA foundation exam, can I write? No. Eligible, you are eligible to appear in the May or November examination. You see here, in institute indirectly clarified here, examination will be still due during May and November itself. There is a there is a speculation that institute will bring examination bit like June and December, like CMA, but not. It is going to be mostly, you know, as mentioned in this document, which is May and November, after completion of 4 months study period and after appearing class 12 examination. What is meant by 4 months study period? Nothing but if you register for CA foundation, after registration 4 months gap should be there. After 4 months, any May examination or November examination, whichever comes immediately, you are eligible. You are eligible for that examination. Further, you must have completed intermediate examination. In AP Telangana, we call it as intermediate. But now let us not use that. 11th and 12th standard. After you completed 12th standard examination, only then you are eligible for CA foundation to write. So that is the first important thing. So qualify +2 and foundation. Only then you are eligible for registering intermediate of CA Inter. So what is the criteria to eligibility? Criteria for eligibility to CA Inter registration. You must clear foundation. You must also clear 12th standard. See, if you wrote 12th standard examination, you are immediately eligible for foundation. You can write. But what if 12th standard examination you failed? Example, worst scenario. Qualify that in the supplementary and then come and register with CA Inter. Now, okay, I registered for CA Inter. Now, when I am eligible? See, the registration for CA Inter is one route from foundation. Let me come from, you know, direct entry. Now, direct entry means what? Either you are a graduate or a postgraduate student. Based on your graduation and post graduation, you can tell the institute, I don't require foundation, I'm having all the foundation fundamentals. See, I did graduation, so you can show that. So for that, if you're a commerce graduate, BCom general, all that, if you're a commerce graduate, 55% minimum marks you must have. 55% of score is required. Suppose if you are other graduate, non-commerce graduate like BTech, getting it, BL or some other, you require 60% of the minimum marks in your graduation or post graduation. If you have that 55% or if you have that 60%, apply to the institute. I'm already 55-60% candidate in graduation. I don't require fundamentals, foundation and all. Grant me Inter. Institute will give. or another is the direct entry, not only graduation route, another route is also there. Suppose you qualified intermediate examination of cost accountants, CMA or company secretary, which means if you qualify CMA Inter, if you qualify CS Inter, through that also you are eligible for direct registration to CA Inter. Further, getting it, sir, I have not completed undergraduation, sir, I have not completed degree yet. Third year is not yet over. Okay, in the last year, you're doing last year of degree, right? In that last year, okay, you're eligible for direct entry registration. You are in third year or fourth year of your graduation program. Suppose if you're a BTech student, 4 years program, right? You're in the fourth year. Or if you're a BCom student, 3 years program generally. If you're in third year, or some distant universities, you are in the second year. Simply speaking, in your graduation program, if you're in the last year, you're eligible for registration from that last year itself. But let's continue. So now after registering the CA Inter, you will be given minimum 8 months gap. So that institute call it a study period, but that's a minimum gap that is required as per the institute. Okay, after a study period of 8 months, and after passing both the groups of the intermediate, then you are eligible to register 2 years of practical training. Then you are eligible. Now, in order to register for practical training, sir, I cleared both the groups, sir. 8 months gap also over. After that only November or May exam I wrote, and I cleared both the groups. Getting it? Now, what else I need to do? You need to do soft skills and information technology course. Okay, like ICIT and orientation course. Actually, institute call it as soft skills and IT. Soft skills and IT is having 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 you need to do before you register for articleship. Level 1 you need to do before you register for articleship. Whereas level 2 you need to do before appearing for final examination, before appearing for CA final examination. Nothing but similar to our existing scheme, IT and orientation course has been divided into 2 levels. Getting it? One is once you qualify CA Inter, before entering into practical training. Another level, you completed practical training, but before entering into final. Sorry, I need to rectify. Before entering into final examination, level 2 you can write, level 2 practical training, level 2 soft skills training IT. This level 2 is called as advanced ITT. Advanced ITT and management communication skills program, GMCS. Advanced ITT and GMCS, nothing but MCS. This is level 2. When you need to do after registering for PT. What is PT? Articleship, practical training. By when you should complete this? Only if you complete this, then you are eligible for CA final examination. I hope you're clear. Still, I'm only giving a brief overview. Then I'm still, I have document to explain you clearly, because you need to give suggestions. You need to give your ideas to the institute. This time we will, across the nation, we will participate in giving suggestions, improvements, all that. Next. Then, okay, so like you completed practical training, you completed level 1 soft skills and IT course. Okay, you completed level 1. Then you are eligible for final registration. Register for final. Complete 4 self-paced modules. Getting it? Complete 4 self-paced modules. Successfully complete advanced ITT, PT period thereafter, but before appearing for final examination. Here they gave a glance, at a glance only. Okay, during the PT period or after, whenever you want. The moment after you register for articles, then you can do advanced ITT or GMCS, all that. Simply speaking, before appearing for final, you need to complete that. Getting it? So register for 2 years. Along with that, you can register for CA final. Complete self-paced modules. Which means here indirectly they immediately said, they conveyed one more beautiful point. You know what? The moment you register for practical training, you need to register for CA final also immediately. Once you register for practical training, you need to register for CA final immediately. Okay, sir, I registered CA final. Practical training I registered. That's what we are also doing in the existing scheme. Now, complete, pass, complete and qualify means there is an exam. 4 self-paced modules. Sir, what is this self-paced modules? What are they? Don't worry, I'll come to that in my notes. Then further, you completed this, then do level 2 soft skills program. Getting it? Level 2 soft skills and IT program. Level 2 means what? Advanced ICITSS and and one more thing is this one, MCS, management consultancy. And if you complete 2 years of articleship, completed advanced ITT, passed all the 4 self-paced exams, and you also registered for final, you completed articles, then you are eligible to appear in the final examination. Not immediately. 6 months. 6 months after 2 years of practical training is completed. Example, sir, May 2022 examination I cleared, sir. Both the groups I cleared, sir. Result came somewhere in August 2022 first week, sir. I registered for articles on 15th August 2022, sir. From here 2 years means what? 14th August 2024. After 14th August, after 6 months means, after 14th August 2024, 6 months means November attempt not eligible. So you're eligible directly for May 2025. That's it. Provided after 14th August you cleared advanced ITT. Within this you cleared self-paced module, all that. Again, now immediately you are having a doubt. Sir, I'm an existing scheme student. Conversion law, no, wait, don't come to that immediately. Don't ask even that query also in the comment section. Listen to the entire video and then only put up your questions. Next. See, we must have patience to listen to at least one person. I observe many, like they open YouTube video, some half an hour video is there, 5 minutes they'll watch. Another video they'll open, they watch there another 5 minutes. And almost 8-9 videos they'll watch, where they cover 35-40 minutes. You please stick to one video. You'll get more clarity. Rather than watching 5 minutes of everyone, watch 40 minutes of single person. And I'm telling you, you will really get a lot of clarity. The problem is you're not able to focus on one person. That's it. Now, now Institute has newly launched exit route. In fact, I can say what is exit route means. Earlier we have a program called ATC, right? That ATC has been renamed BAA, Bachelors of Business Accounting Associate. What is it called as? Business Accounting Associate. What is it? Business Accounting Associates. In the questionnaire, Institute is asking for such suggestions, right? They asked a suggestion for BAA, what alternative name can we use? Is BAA good? They're asking. Business Accounting Associate. What I said is, Associate Accounting Associate or Financial Accounting Associate. I asked, like, I made a request of FAA. FAA looks more clear. BAA. People don't even recognize. Suppose if you're having BA degree, BAA, I don't think you will be recognized. FA is a new degree. What is FA? Financial Accounting Associate. But of course, we are not only focusing on financial aspect, right? As a whole business angle we are discussing nowadays. Getting it? It's not just financial education which is required. As a whole business education is required. Might be Institute, if at all they use FAA, it will be very narrow message. So let us use Business Accounting Associate. So they used a BAA word. I don't know, but I felt FAA is also a more suitable option. Now, regarding exit route, I will talk specifically from the notes. So almost to give you a clear-cut overview, 20 minutes it took. And I'm telling you, now in the notes, you're going to get little in-depth explanation of all this content. Now what is self-paced module? What is this, e-learning, PT, all that I'm going to explain. Now let's start with, first of all, the background work. Like why Institute has set up a new scheme. So ICI Council, during May 2021, okay, almost 1 year ago, they set up, CRET, C-R-E-T. What is this? This is a committee which is formulated for review existing education and training and suggest for measures to improve, revise the curriculum, all that. So this is one subcategory of the institute which has been formed, like which continuously monitor, education and training. Now, as per the CRET is nothing but ICI, nothing but. As per the CRET, there are 4 categories while designing education and training programs. In CA curriculum, what a student has to undergo. There are 4 classifications as per them. One is academic matters. Another one is conducting the examination. Another one is practical training. Another one is soft skills and information technology related matters. So there are 4 aspects. Now this proposed scheme considered all these 4 elements and designed the scheme accordingly. I hope you're clear until now. By the way, all of you are clear? Yes. Now, so they proposed the new scheme. Now the new scheme is open for how many days? 30 days. Okay, up to 1st July 2022. Within that 1st July, we need to give our suggestions. Don't worry. how to give suggestion, what suggestion, how to think. In the same video I'm going to cover. Now if you look at the past history of the institute, they revised once the education curriculum in 1978, later in 1988, 98, 2008. You see 10 years gap, 2017. But for the first time in 2022, within 5 years of last updation, institute has came for another revision with the whatever the proposed scheme that now we are discussing. Now what are the focus areas of the proposed scheme? Just a minute. What are the focus areas of the proposed scheme? If you check the focus areas, getting it, so they simply said open book exam or restricted book for all papers at final level. Now they clearly mentioned in CA final, in all the 6 papers, open book exam, either fully or restricted book exam. Restricted book means what? You know, closed book exam, nothing but. Getting it? So both may come. That is a focus area, but what exactly they are going to implement, what is the proposal, that I'll discuss below. And 30% MCQ in the intermediate and final level, getting it, actual objective paper until now was only there in 4 papers at CA Inter, 4 papers at CA final, but now objective paper is in every subject. Next, duration of the course, getting it, duration of the course. Now proposal to increase number of exams from 2 to 3 in a year. Until now May and November, right? I think now institute is coming up with 3rd. Till now it has not been finalized clearly. They wanted to conduct 3. We'll see regarding that. And moreover, uninterrupted PT, UPT, I call it as UPT, uninterrupted practical training, 2 years. Until now what is happening? One group student will qualify, go for the articles, immediately after working 2 months, sir, leave. Why? Group 2 exam is there, sir, group 1 exam is there, again he'll go, again come back, again leave. Getting it? Now there is no such thing. Today final leave is not, sir, final preparation not required. 2 years complete, only after completing 2 years of articles, after 6 months only you are eligible to write final examination. Just a minute. Yes sir. Then the course has been internationalized. What is internationalized? The curriculum that is going to be incorporated in the proposed scheme is of covering all international uniform syllabus. Getting it? Whatever is specific to India, that they will keep specific law and regulation. Remaining conceptual related part, international content we will be following. And futuristic outlook, high degree of industry orientation. The main objective behind this proposed scheme is making the student ready during the education itself. Before he become a qualified chartered accountant, he must be ready for the industry. Again, companies recruiting you, giving training. No, that much stress should not be there. Next, interment success route. What is this? Nothing but I call it as exit route. Suppose you cleared CA Inter, you completed articles, you did advanced IDT, all that, you wrote final. Many a times you wrote, but you failed, and you decided something that I don't want to continue with final anymore. So what? No qualification, no certificate for me. You are having BAA certificate. That's it. Next. So that is actually focus areas. Now, what are the features of this course? So this is what the important discussion of this entire video. So this video will run to 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes also. I don't know exactly, because we have to fill that questionnaire. Getting it along with me now. So what are the features? What are the features of this? You see, one of the feature is international curriculum. What are the chapters? Details were not exactly given. Chapter details were not exactly given, but I think they're more or less similar to our existing. I'll talk about that more clearly. Okay, I'll talk about that more clearly. There is a very clear cut chapter related information at the last of this video. Please focus. Now, number of levels in the existing proposed scheme, 3 only. Even on the existing scheme also, foundation, inter, final, here also 3. How many papers we are having? Right now I'm completely talking about features of proposed scheme. Okay, so foundation we are having 4 papers, intermediate we are having 6 papers divided into 2 groups, final also we are having 6 papers divided into 2 groups. But you know what, there are four papers which we call it as self-paced learning module, which you need to qualify after you qualify CA Inter, while doing practical training, or even afterwards, your choice. You need to clear all the 4 exams, all the 4 subjects you need to clear. Self-paced e-learning. In fact speaking, major emphasis is given on e-learning. Getting it? You need to qualify for the sub 4 of this SPLM. Then you are eligible for CA final. By the way, you clear 4 SPLM and advanced ITT and MCS. After completing that, then only you are eligible for CA final. Next. Now, sir, okay, fine. I did, sir. I did registered for CA Inter, whatever. Suppose, what is the validity of the registration? Suppose you're a CA Foundation student. You registered for CA Foundation. Your registration is valid for only 4 years. No revalidation if you observe. Not 4 years, ma. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let me correct my word. 4 attempts. You are, just a minute. It's actually 4 years only, ma. I'm sorry once again. I'm sorry once again. Yeah. So it is valid for 4 years. 4 years means within 4 years, if every year 3 attempts are conducted, 12 attempts institute is indirectly permitting you, nothing but. So registration for foundation is valid for 4 years. No revalidation. What do you mean by no revalidation? 4 years you wrote foundation continuously. Okay. Within that you couldn't qualify. Within that you couldn't qualify. Sir, can I revalidate my registration and attempt for the 5th year onwards? No. You're done. Closed. Chapter closed. Sir, I did graduation. In the process of clearing foundation, I completed my degree. Can I enter based on direct entry now? Yes. Foundation option closed, right? Only foundation route is closed. Other route is there now to enter into the course once again. Direct entry is there. So though there is no revalidation, you and me need not worry. This route will close. There is another route which is open. You try that route. That's enough. Now, okay. So foundation is like this. Inter. CA intermediate, for how many years the registration is valid? 5 years. Sir, within this 5 years I couldn't complete, sir. Getting it? One group only I completed, the other group is pending, sir. What to do? Revalidate only once it is given. Only one time revalidation is given. So one time revalidation means here I have a query. See, revalidation, suppose registration fees is 20,000, general revalidation fees until now is 500 to 1000 rupees, it was there. So, okay, 20,000 I paid, registered, 5 years over, I did revalidation, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees later. Again, 5 years course continues. Again, 5 years my eligibility opened up. Afterwards, again, if I could not clear, I can't revalidate. No, I need to exit from the CA course. Yes, logically, yes. Or maybe you may have to pay separate new registration fee. That we are not sure. But 99%, the concept of revalidation, no revalidation, one-time revalidation is to not to entertain the candidate too much. He's wasting his time. He's wasting his life. Already 5 years over. Again 5 years over. 10 years already he spent only on CA Inter. Let us not trouble him again. Bye bye. Go to another course. Happily settle in your life. Do something in your life. So that's what I think institute want to convey. Now, final 10 years. Once you register for CA final, the registration is valid for 10 years. And after 10 years, you can revalidate once again for another 10 years. Sir, can we revalidate after 10 years also? Arey man, already 20 years over, man. By the time you come to final 20 years, already 25 years over, man. You're almost at retirement age. Don't think about that. Next. So what is a pattern of assessment? So another feature under proposed scheme is what is a pattern of assessment? See, here we are going to learn topic by topic. We are going to understand topic by topic about the proposed scheme. Foundation. Subjective means descriptive plus objective, the combination. Actually, they are asking suggestion. We need to give suggestion at the end of this video. We need to open official portal of the ICI, and from there we need to give our inputs. They are asking a question from you. They are asking question to every stakeholder. What? Is it okay to go with this approach? Or you want completely descriptive, or you want completely objective? Which one you want? They're asking just a suggestion, okay? Just because you type something, they don't implement it. Next, inter. Inter, the proposed scheme is 30% objective based and case based study and 70% descriptive, which is going to be implemented in all 6 papers. Until now it is only few papers objective based, but now it is going to be in all the 6 papers. Even accounting also, MC objective based question they are bringing. But what I feel strongly, in accounting, practical papers like tax and accounting, I feel the process must be tested rather than the final answer. So I strictly recommend here for accounting subject, costing subject and taxation subject. Okay, forget about taxation. At least accounting and costing, no objective paper. Please keep descriptive for that fully. That's what my recommendation here, even for financial management as well. Fine, let's come to that later. Final, full open book exam or partial open book. I mean, it's not partial, actually it's a restricted open book exam. Restricted open book means no, book is not permitted. Book is not permitted. So full open book exam or no open book exam. 30% objective, 70% descriptive. Getting it? And you are having one more thing, multidisciplinary case study. We said finally in final we have 6 papers, right? Actually only 5. Okay, in this group 1 3, group 2 2, and there is one paper which is multidisciplinary case study. Now on this also they're asking your suggestion. Multidisciplinary case study, should we keep it or not required? Okay, fine. So pattern of assessment we understood. So how institute is going to test at different levels we understood. Fine. What is the eligibility to appear for foundation exam? What is the eligibility to appear for inter? And what is the eligibility for final? Let's discuss for final. There are totally 5 conditions you need to satisfy. Qualify both the groups of CA inter. Complete 2 years of practical training. Complete 4 self-paced learning modules you need to qualify. Second level of ITT, MCS, second level of advanced ITT, all that, everything complete. And more importantly, after completing 2 years, after 6 months of practical training, after 6 months of completion of 2 years of practical training, only then you are eligible for final examination. Next, intermediate. What is the criteria to write exam? Getting it? Eligibility to appear means what? It's not about registration. Registration we already spoke. Examination I'm talking. 8 months of study period you must have, and then you may be either from foundation route or you may be from direct entry route. Once again I'm clearly clarifying you, today direct entry means entering into CA into, that's it, no practical training. Earlier direct entry means CA into plus practical training. Now it is no more. Whether just if you are a graduate, foundation is exempted for you, that's it. Only one level is removed for you, that's it. So you are treated exactly at par with CA foundation student. So whether you are foundation route or direct entry, you must have 8 months gap and then appear for the CA inter examination, qualify both the groups, one group in one attempt or both the groups in single attempt. That is your choice, your capability. Only after completing both the groups, then register for practical training. Complete 4 self-paced modules, complete 2 years of practical training, complete level 2 advanced ITT, all that, and then have 6 months gap minimum after completing 2 years of articles, then you are eligible for final. By the way, before you enter into articles, level 1 IT and soft skills program you need to conduct. You need to appear. Passing criteria. What is a passing criteria? This is one important change. You need to get 50% in each paper if you are a foundation student. In each paper 50%. Obviously aggregate is also 50 only, logically speaking. And 25% negative marking is there in paper 3 and paper 4 for MCQs. So for paper 3 and paper 4, with respect to MCQ paper, you're having 25% negative marking. What is 25? Suppose if I write 4 wrong answers. I think if these 4 questions weightage is 4 marks, 4 marks multiplied by 25%, what is the negative marking? 1 mark. Sir, there is only one question, sir, 2 marks question. I wrote a wrong. MCQ 2 marks question, sir, it is. I put a wrong answer. Into 25% means what? 0.5 negative marking. From your total score, the score will be reduced. Okay. Inter. 40% in each subject. Same existing. Plus 50% aggregate. Group wise they will check. As a whole 50% you must have and 40% in each. Sir, suppose group 1, I got 140, sir, whereas group 2 I got 160. As a whole 300 I got out of 600 marks. Now will this set off be allowed? Set off related point, they did not speak in this entire curriculum anywhere. Getting it? But logically this will be allowed. Set off will be allowed. Group 1 and group 2 will be allowed set off, provided both the groups you did in the same exam. Getting it? Now, sir, here also in CA inter and CA final, both together, 25% negative marking is they are going to propose in the MCQ. Just a minute. Yes. So 25% negative marking in MCQ at both CA inter and CA final. Now, sir, in one attempt, no, I got exemption. For how many attempts I can carry forward? Infinite. What do you mean by infinite? As long as your registration is valid, all that attempts you can carry forward. However, first 3 attempts. Suppose I got May 2023, I got one subject exemption in one group. November 23, May 24, November 24. In these three attempts, in the remaining subjects, minimum 40% you got. What? In the remaining, suppose in group 1, you completed one subject with exemption 60% plus. Understood? Still you having two subjects. In those two subjects, minimum 40 you should get. What? Minimum 40 you should get for the next 3 attempts. So even if you get minimum 40, as a whole, 50% of the group total, okay, that's how exemption is treated. After 3 attempts, sir, what about after 3 attempts? My exemption exhaust? No, exemption will continue. But in the remaining pending papers, minimum 50% in each paper you should get. Once you got exemption, next 3 attempts, each paper 40 if you get, as a whole group wise 50 you get, I am okay. But after 3 attempts, exemption you are carry forwarding, no? Yes or no? In every paper, pending papers in that group, you should get minimum 50%. That's it. So after exemption, next 3 attempts, same criteria, 40 in each paper, 50 as a whole. But after 3 attempts, 50 in each paper you should get if you want to claim exemption. If you don't want to claim exemption, 40 minimum, as a whole 50% only, logic applicable. Understand that. Next. Whatever now I conveyed now in the past 2-3 minutes, replay once again and listen, you'll understand more clearly. Exit route. So another new feature, not a new feature actually, but specifically highlighted. This feature has been specifically highlighted in the proposed scheme, but that is called as exit route, intermittent route. Okay, so a person who could not qualify CA final, he can apply for BAS certification. With that certificate, I think he can go and find a job in the corporate. Next. Now coming to practical training, what is the feature? Uninterrupted UPT, uninterrupted practical training of 2 years. Only 12 days leave is permitted in a year. But I feel 12 days is very low. 1 day in a month. You know, every government employee is getting at least 3 days leave in a month. Every corporate is giving at least 2 days leave in a month. We don't ask at least 2 days. My suggestion is at least give 1.5 days in a month. In fact, the policy should be 12 days. If a student want to choose, I want 18 days leave in a year. I want 18 days leave in a year. And these 18 days in that year, student can avail whenever he want. That should be the power given to the student, because you curtailed the leave period so less, which is not even, not good even as per industrial laws. Not even good as per, Wages Act, whatever. Getting it? Even not, it is not even matching with labor laws. So give, articles, man, the precious future nation builders. So 18 days is what I require, I ask for. And moreover, these 18 days leave, the student can avail whenever he want. So that flexibility should be given. So anyhow, we are going to fill suggestions, right? After this video about to complete, we already in the 4th page, just another 4 more pages over. Okay, I think probably almost we are at the 45th minute, another 15 minutes to 20 minutes, I'll finish here. Maybe 20 minutes, and then, so totally 1.5 hours this video. Oh my God. Maybe I may trouble you, but listen, if you just spend 1.5 hours, you need not ask anybody any question. Next. You are also given an option of industrial training for 9 months to 1 year. In when industrial training, you complete 1 year of PT, then you are eligible for industrial training. But actually, 1 year of PT in the audit firm, and going for, what is industrial training? Tell me, what is industrial training? You think, what do you think industrial training means? Nothing. Going to corporate and doing job, that's it. That is what you are going to anyhow do after 2 years of articles after qualifying CA, no? There's no much significance between industrial training and job. So people have so much of wrong assumption. Industrial training, okay, so just come out of that. Industrial training, I don't think it's a big deal. But if at all, when the student is in second year of articles and he got a very big offer from one company, under IT route you can go there. If that company is eligible under IT partnership, industrial training partnership. Next, soft skills. Now soft skills were divided into 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 soft skills is nothing but ITT and orientation course you need to complete before entering into practical training. In fact, to register for PT, you should complete this. Sir, I completed. entered into PT. Now, after you are entering into PT, but before your final examination, you need to finish level 2 soft skills and IT, that is called advanced ITT and MCS. And finally, sir, everything over, sir. Final examination, both the groups completed, all criteria satisfied. Now, am I eligible for membership? You are eligible for membership. Sir, am I eligible for COP? Sorry. Under new scheme, you need to work one more year. Post qualification work, post qualification PT under FCA. This might be this is something debatable. Getting it? This is something debatable. After you qualify, it is very difficult. It is very difficult to register as an article. See, actually, here they're not saying you need to work as a PT. Maybe even if you work as an employee in an audit firm, that's fine to best of my knowledge, and that is what even I say intention might be. Okay, but this is something highly debatable. This is something highly debatable. We'll see regarding that. Then, sir, what are the papers covered? From here, most important discussion. In fact, this is second most important discussion in the entire video. Now you check 100 marks of each in the foundation 4 papers, 100 marks each paper. Accounting, law, and mathematics and statistics and reasoning and economics. Getting it? So CA Inter, totally 6 papers divided into 2 groups. What are they? So paper 1, advanced accounting. You know what? What is the syllabus is going to be covered in advanced accounting? You know what exactly happened? Until now, we are having accounts in group 1. We are having advanced accounts in group 2. What they did, so severe, I was shocked. In group 1 accounts, few chapters they moved to foundation. What chapters they moved, sir? Implementation guide should come. Until then, I can also not comment, but this is a comment given. What? Accounts, few chapters they are moving to foundation. Remaining chapters, there are no group 1 accounts. They are coming and adding to entire advanced accounting syllabus in group 2, and that entire accounts and advanced accounts they merged, entire content kept under proposed scheme paper 1. Subjects reduced, syllabus not reduced. Very big difficulty, which means until now we are teaching accounting each paper 150 hours, right? Now in the proposed scheme, though it is one paper, we may have to give 250 hours of teaching only for single subject. One big difficulty. So lengthy, accounts has become so lengthy. Don't shock. One more shock next. Okay, wait for another shock here. So though accounts and advanced accounts merged, though you are celebrating subjects merged, but actually they merged. All the chapters are also merged. Earlier 10 chapters, 10 chapters. Now 10 plus 10, 12 minus some 3 or 4 CPT they will throw. Foundation they will throw. 16 not there. Earlier I have only 10. One subject 10 chapters. Now on one subject 16, 17 chapters. To celebration. Paper 2, corporate law. They gave another shock. Entirely. What is it? Entirely. Entire company law was incorporated in CA Inter. One bad, one good news is other laws is removed. In other laws, we are having 5 chapters: contract law, a negotiable instrument, interpretation of statute, general clauses. That's it. Getting it? So they were removed. That is one advantage. By the way, entire company law, directors topic, management and administration topic, and even management and oppression, liquidation, so much of topic in CA final was brought to CA Inter. Sir, subject reduced? No. Complication has been increased at CA Inter. Very difficult at CA Inter level to convey certain topics of company law. To convey certain topics of company law, it is a bit difficult at CA Inter level, which means I strongly felt after looking at this curriculum, institute want to cut the student at CA Inter level itself. Getting it? If at all he qualifies, final actually become easy. Honestly speaking, final is going to become easy because inter syllabus, though they number of subjects compressed, the quantum of each subject has doubled. So I feel this is something, a sad news, but let me not comment at this moment itself. Let us look at implementation guide. What are the chapters? What is the extent of testing? How examination standard is going to be? There are so many aspects to consider. Based on subject merging, content increase, based on content improvement or increase, we should not comment right now. How the content is going to be tested, that also we need to look at, and then we have to give our comment. Then cost and management accounting as usual. Now paper 4, taxation, DD and IDT. Audit and code of ethics. At CA Inter itself, ethics topic is being introduced as paper 5 audit. Then paper 6A financial management for 50 marks. Paper 6B strategic management for 50 marks. Good news. EAS removed, economics for finance removed. Next. Now SPLM. Okay sir, I completed both the groups sir. I registered for articles. What should I do? You do articles. Along with that, self-paced learning modules were there. Your flexibility. Complete SPLM 4 subjects whenever you want. But remember, only after you complete 4 SPLM papers, only then you are eligible for what? Final examination. Okay, so here whatever marks that you are getting in SPLM, no, they will not be counted in CA Inter or CA final marks aggregate, nothing. No. Separate. Now here how much marks you should secure sir? 50%. Here also 50% in each paper you should secure. Getting it? So SPLM, there are totally 4 sections. How many papers we have? 4 papers. Nothing but 4 sections. Economic law, compulsory paper. SMP, compulsory paper. Here it is elective. Here it is elective. This is one category. This is another category. Now for more details, you can just come to this particular page number. What is this? Sorry. I hope you are getting more clarity, no? USP here. SP, LM or self-paced online. Institute is giving so much importance to online education. Okay. Still there are many in the market who do not understand this importance. Still claim offline. Offline is no doubt important. No doubt very beautiful learning. But online is also beautiful at the same time. People should know how to implement online properly. Fine. Economic laws compulsory. What is compulsory module? Only economic laws you should write. You should not write another subject. That's what it means. SEMPA compulsory means you don't have any option. Only SEMPA paper you have to write. Whereas here optional means what? Sir, set C. I no need to write. No. Optional means they have given few papers. Any one paper you can write. Now here no. Which of these optional papers will be given more priority? Voting also they asked. I will show you in the the suggestions panel. This one is regarding traits for CA students, like constitution, psychology, entrepreneurship, communication, philosophy. These are the subjects. Any one paper you need to choose. This is actually something very good move. It's actually very good move. You see entrepreneurship, they have added psychology. So many new subjects were added. Any one subject. What is my favorite subject in all this? Constitution. Many of us not aware of our fundamental things. What fundamental rights, fundamental duties, what are all? We are not aware of it, most of us. Constitution we never studied. I feel constitution is something that you need to select. Okay, you need to have a good idea on constitution. That's it. Next, any one module from set C and set 4. Now, by the way, just a minute. Happa. Okay, sir. SPLC also completed. PET also done. Advanced ITT, everything done. What? Final. FR, AFM. They call it as AFM. Advanced Financial Management. Earlier we call it as SFM. Just name changed. And audit and professional ethics. Advanced auditing and professional ethics. DT, IDT. And this is multidisciplinary case study. Getting it? I think this must be completely open book examination. And I don't know remaining paper how far they're going to implement open book. We do not have absolute idea on that. We do not have absolute idea. But I feel remaining 5 papers are close to book. Only multidisciplinary case study is an open book examination. We'll see. Then, sir, somehow I couldn't clear CA finals. Sir. What is the option? Have you passed intermediate both the groups? Yes, sir. Have you done level 1, level 2 ITT, all that? Yes, sir. Have you done 4 papers of SPLM? Yes. 2 years of articles? Yes. You are eligible for BAA certificate. You take the certificate, go to industry, join with that certificate, get a job. Again, you want to continue CA final and come and pass? Come, your wish. You're welcome. 10 years your registration. Go and write. Sir, I wrote final, I qualified. What to do now with my BAA certificate? Revoked. Simple. Next. And another reason why the proposers came is because they wanted to bring international curriculum. Now here there is one more doubt. Sir, I'm a student registered in outside India. I'm working from outside India. I'm studying CA course of ICI, but I was in outside India. Where can I do articles? You can do practical training under any member of accounting body. Getting it? Recognized by International Federation of Accountants. ICI is also one of the member in this international accounting body. So in the international accounting body, there is some other body like ACCA something. Under them also you can do practical training. So that is also permitted. I hope you're clear. Next. Now, what is practical training? Only after qualifying both the groups of CA inter you are eligible. Final you are eligible only after 6 months, that too after completion of 2 years. Industrial training for 9 months to 1 year is permitted in the second year of the practical training. Only 12 days leave in AEO. Practical training assessment will be done. This is one thing new. PT assessment. What is PT assessment? You completed 1 year of articleship. What you learned in articles? PT assessment will be there. I think this will be an online test. Okay, after 1 year. And they said it is optional. PT assessment test is optional, they said. And 3 times you can write this PT. Getting it 3 times you can write this PT. If at all whatever the best score is, that will be considered. And I don't know what is the purpose of this score in PT assessment and all. I don't know. Are they going to give any certification, all that? I don't know exactly. And sir, what about articleship? New scheme articleship. If I have a problem, 2 years articles, no, same principal, I should stick with him. No. Within 1 year, you can transfer to another principal if at all you did not like this principal. So what about second year? Transfer permitted, provided only in certain exceptional reasons. Example, health reason, parents shifting, something like that, like whatever reasons were there now. Oops, almost 55 minutes. What is the trouble for you? You're just listening. I'm the one who is talking, right? My energy will lapse, not yours. Next. Finally, changes between existing scheme and proposed scheme. Most important points I'll cover. I already covered. Once I'll just show you once again. What is the page number here? It is 31. Okay. Foundation. I'm not going to discuss that much. The main changes in CA inter. Appa adappavi. You see here, I highlighted very clearly. Institute now cunning pa. They merged accounting. You see, 2 papers on accounting at a current scheme would be a single paper titled advanced accounting. Every student was happy. However, twist started. No reduction in content. Cheating. Then why you bring it to 6 papers? To reduce administration cost, I think. Okay. Which is covered in the 2 papers of the present scheme, namely 1 paper in the proposed scheme. 2 subjects, 25 chapters put together, or 30 chapters into 1 subject. Earlier 10 plus 10, now 20 in 1 chapter. A portion of syllabus of P1 of the current course would be moved in the foundation. I'm happy. In the proposed scheme, so as to increase standard of the foundation course. So foundation standard has been increased. The balance contents included in the single paper on the advanced accounting. So don't celebrate here. Hey, accounts, 1 paper only, no 1 word, sir. Don't celebrate. Chapters are going to be mostly same and merged. Okay, so twist number 1. This is twist number 1. I call it as twist. Next, instead of paper on EAS and IT, whatever it is, getting it, this is integrated with all the subjects as CA final. So in CA final, in every subject, you can find something related to technology syllabus. Maybe SAP, maybe ERP packages related information may be added in FR. How to do audit in automated environment is there in audit. So what are the new utilities, or how to do faceless assessment? What are the requirements in faceless assessment? All that they may be added in the DT. So like this. And one more twist number 2, the paper on corporate law, CA inter I'm talking about, cover companies again entirely another twist. Business law is covered at foundation already. So by the time we celebrate, other law is removed. Getting it? This is coming and slapping you. Entire company law. Close to 450 sections. OMG. Until now you have how many sections? By the way, 148. At CA inter, but now you're having 450 sections. OMG. Big twist, no? Now celebrate. 6 subjects only, na? Next, manner of assessment. That's okay. And at final also, this entirely I read. I didn't feel much significant. Now, by the way, pass percentage, I already spoke. 60% or more if you get exemption, you will be getting. Thereafter, that exemption paper will be treated as permanently passed. First 3 years, 60%. In the remaining paper, 40% you will get pending papers. As a whole, aggregate 55. That's fine. After 3 years, 50% in each paper you should get. That I already told. Our student can surrender the exemption also if you want. Your wish. So only most critical point I highlighted, don't worry. Now final, especially this is relating to CA final. CA final. Open book exam or restricted open book means closed book exam, nothing but no open book. Okay, so pattern assessment that might come. Computer based physical examination. Computer based physical examination. This is one more important scheme. Oh my god, computer based exam in CA final. Even in CA final, they're having a thought. In the questionnaire, I'll show you. In CA Foundation, they wanted to ask you, can we conduct online based or offline exam? Physical center based exam or online center based or online home based? See, exams are three types, ma. It may be computer based or physical handwritten. This online, again center based, home based. Okay, physical exam is obviously center based. That's the three categories. So in these three, which one is correct? That suggestion also they're asking you. We'll fill that suggestion. We'll fill that question. Don't worry at all. Next. Negative marking has been introduced at CA final and CA inter for objective paper. Open book exam or closed book is being introduced to reduce the requirement of rote learning for provisions of law and standards. So here, actually, if you look at in one of the page, I wrote full or partial open book, right? I said right. I don't know, because they used standards and provisions of law. I don't know, for a few subjects probably partial open book exam might come, but I think it sounds not correct. Actually, it sounds not correct. Partial book is not possible, logically speaking. Maybe they may divide one subject into two sections. Example, auditing will be divided into two sections: standards exam other than standards exam, standards open book other than standards closed book. I don't know. I felt that restricted means what? They can simply use the word closed book exam, right? Restricted means what? Is it partial restriction or complete restriction? So here I'm having slight confusion. I'm having slight confusion here. Okay, this institute will clarify anyhow, but I feel it is completely a closed book exam. Closed book exam. Restricted open book means closed book exam. But when they use the word standards, in DAS, auditing standards, everything will come. Provisions of law, rote learning, they don't want to promote, which means in some papers of CA final, open book might come. Sir, open book, very easy, like exemption. Not that easy, ma. Open book exam require more analytical, in-depth understanding. The papers are going to be really master. The student real knowledge, analytical skills are going to be tested. All short notes, running notes, flow charts, diagrams, memory, mnemonics, nothing, everything will be gone. Only those who really teach the subject, only those faculties will sustain the market, and only those students who really learn the subject will pass the examination. In such a way, institute is trying to make over the syllabus. So that's it, almost. Hey, still it is there, ma. This is already covered, no? Articles, 12 days leave. That is also articles point. Industrial training, second year you can go for industrial training. Just a minute. So finally, this new scheme would cater the needs of the industry. Okay, BAS certificate. You are like a financial support staff, BAS certificate holders. That's it. Notes over with this. OMG, almost 1 hour 3 minutes. Nice, le? So in the below video, you will find timestamps also. Okay, you can click on any timestamp. I'll give precise timestamps for twist and all. Twist, whatever twist, everything is there. I'll give precise timestamps. Okay, you can click on that and enjoy the twist. And next, what we'll do? Let's fill the questionnaire. Okay, fill along with me. Sorry. You see here, the stakeholder may send their suggestions or objections. What is your objection? What is your suggestion? I don't know how far institute will consider this, but they have given an option, right? Let's participate. Every one of you, I hope you watched the past 1 hour video. Only those of you who watched the past 1 hour video, getting it, follow this. Those who watched my 1 hour entire this, explanation of course, entire curriculum, only those are eligible to participate in this test. Don't participate in this particular suggestions program with half knowledge. So now you know what? Actually, this is like a big questionnaire. This itself is like an FAQ. When you solve this, you'll get a lot of knowledge. A lot of clarity. Okay, so everyone with a desktop or mobile phone, while watching this video, I will read the question, explain the significance, you also fill it along with me. So Ram Harsha, okay, membership number, I don't want to use it because I don't want to claim it as a member. I will use academician because I'm into coaching field, right, mainly. So let me use my I mean, actually I used my phone number. I'll see once again, is it coming or not? It came, OTP. Just a minute. 4597 4597 OTP. Verify. It proceed. So mail. We use my organization mail, shrestha@gmail.com. Are you all there? Are you all with me? Country list India. State. Actually, I love Tamil Nadu as well. Okay. Already yesterday I selected Andhra, Telangana already. So I'll put Telangana or Tamil Nadu. Where? Tamil Nadu. I'll put Chennai. Okay. Chennai is my second home, actually speaking. I love Chennai. Fine. So next. So they're asking you a question. Foundation students. Okay, hands up. Do you concur with overall proposed papers included at foundation level? Are you okay with all the 4 papers? What? Obviously okay. Students will say, no, I want 2 papers only. Hey, no, ma. See, go through the toughest time always in order to reap the best time later. So I agree 100%. So now it is almost 1 hour 5 minutes over video. Another 20 minutes will close the session. Which pattern of assessment at foundation would you prefer? I prefer both combination, descriptive and objective. Only objective stupids will select. Descriptive plus objective. Descriptive is required because this will only enhance your communication skill. Do you concur with the eligibility criteria for appearing in foundation? They gave 4 months, no? See, they gave your clue also. You need 4 months of time gap, all that, right? Yes, obviously 4 months is enough. That's actually a good mark. Earlier, I think 8 months is there, something is there. Now, suggest number of examination in a year. Anytime I select all international courses, CPA, ACCA, so many CFA, you know, CIA, Certified Internal Audit. There are so many courses in the world. Tomorrow I want to write, I'll register and go and write tomorrow. Anytime. Anytime means what? Option online they should bring. Online they should bring. At foundation, I want online examination. Are you in agreement with pass percentage? Yes, absolutely. No problem at all. Which mode of assessment do you prefer? Computer based. I'm talking about foundation. Look at this is entirely foundation course. Do you concur with 4-year period of validity of registration? Yes, that is actually correct. Within 4 years, if the student couldn't clear, he should not be allowed for the inter because he's unnecessarily wasting his time. Next. Okay. Do you want to save the data? Okay. Now they're asking intermediate course. Do you concur with the overall presented papers at inter? No. What? Why? What's the problem? Look at accounts and advanced accounts merged and the same chapters are being given in one paper. How students can learn almost 25 chapters in a single subject? What? Correct, le? So I'm saving it. Further, one more problem I have is further law. Further, entire company law being kept at CA Inter is unfair. At least move this to SPLM, self-paced learning modules. Better, no? Half the syllabus of company law move to SPLM. See, we are doing all the suggestions. I don't know who will read this. Okay, we'll see. Do you concur with merging of 2 papers? No, strictly no. Once again, same reason I'll copy. Okay. How can student write single paper in one subject? No, strict no. That is difficult actually. Are you in agreement with removal of EAS paper in the proposed scheme? See, EAS paper they're removing, but what they're doing, they are indirectly adding IT related syllabus in every subject of CA final. So they're actually speaking not removing everything, but I select no. The reason why, why I select no, student before entering practical training, must have a decent knowledge of information technology and softwares and all. You may say, sir, level 1 ICT program, all that IT program, there we can get. We know how the things work in IT. 180 hours or 240 hours for orientation plus this together, hardly 90 hours. Within 90 hours, it is very difficult to learn so much. So I think IT subject should be there at least. Are you in agreement with continuation of existing eligibility requirement for direct entry? Absolutely. Absolutely. Direct entry, directly they are registering. And coming to inter and writing exam, qualify both and then PT. That's very good actually. Are you in agreement with minimum study period of 8 months for appearing intermediate examination? Absolutely yes. This gap must be there. Are you in agreement with 30% case scenario or study based person in all the papers? So they're asking, what is your preference? 5 means I'm happy, satisfied. 3 means moderate. 1 means no, I'm not satisfied. I say 30%. 3. In some papers, I feel it should not be there. Are you in agreement with negative marking in MCQ? Here there is a debatable question, negative marking. See, being a chartered accountant, upcoming chartered accountant, you should not be doing a mistake. If you don't know to do a work, don't accept. If you take up the work and do a mistake, it brings disrepute to the profession. You take up the work you don't know and you did. Disrepute. You did mistakes, negligence, disrepute. To avoid negligence, to avoid overconfidence, some punishment should be there. I go for negative marking. Okay, I go for negative marking. Sir, students, sir, no. Learn that. You will lead life more comfortably later. Whether an exemption extended beyond 3 attempts with the corresponding changes up to 3 attempts, 60, 40, 40 in each paper, that's enough. After 3 attempts, 50, 50 in each paper should come. Okay, I think that is reasonable logic. Yes. Are you in agreement with 5-year validity of registration with the permitted course? Yes, 5-year revalidation is permitted. Nice, good. It's actually good. Yes, next. Again, are you in favor of PT after qualifying both the groups of intermediate examination? Are you in favor of PT only after both the groups? 100%. I'm completely happy. Are you in agreement with proposed 2 years uninterrupted practical training? 100% happy. Uninterrupted practical training 5 years, means institute is indirectly aiming online exam, online coaching, online classes, all that. Okay. Do you agree with the proposed 9 to 12 months article industrial training? Actually, I don't like basically industrial training concept. So I give 3 star to it. Are you in agreement with 100% increase in stipend? Yes, 100%. If possible, another 100% also increase. Articles or whatever stipend they are getting, they're only for bus charges only, it is enough. Okay. Next. All of you, please follow in this. Every one of you should follow in this testing. Replay the video, how to read and listen to my analysis. They're asking SPLM, self-paced modules. Are you in agreement with introduction of SPLM? Basically, I agree, but how it is tested? They said in one of the way online module, they said how it is going to be tested. Is it home-based test or center-based test? What exactly? If it is again center-based test, you are saying articles leave only 12 days in a year, which means SPLM he should write only after completion of 2 years of articles, because nobody will be giving leave. If you have to write 4 subjects during articleship, that too uninterrupted leave, means almost it is equal to one group of CA final syllabus. Is it open book exam or closed book exam? No clarity. So I'm okay. Actually, I will say not okay, but below I'll mention I am okay with it. But require more flexibility for the student. More flexibility for the student. And it shall be open book, ma. It shall be an open book exam. It shall be an open book exam. So student, if he just understand it, he should be able to write. Do you agree with economic law? Form part of self, yes, 100%. Even now also it is part of, this one, optional paper. Do you agree SCMPE form part of self-paced module? No, I don't, because, this is SCMPE is the paper which is having high reputation, and moreover, this paper is the only reason why manufacturing companies are recruiting based on the knowledge of the student. Okay, light typing mistake, it's okay, based on knowledge of the student. Okay, pricing decisions. You know, my friend is working in Flipkart actually. Another friend is working somewhere in BPCL. They continuously sit on pricing policies, budgeting, financial planning, only all the entirely is SAP subject only. Pricing decisions is the most used by industries with the help of CS. So this paper is needed. Do you concur with options given with yeah, 100%? So they're asking, these are the papers. Which one you'll give more preference? Within the following paper set, see which one you'll give. First preference I'll give is risk management. Risk management is a very great job. Internal audit, most of the companies they want risk analysis. Okay. Sustainability and integrated reporting, I'll give second priority to it. International taxation I'll give, not international, because very soon I'm telling you, down the line another 15 to 20 years taxation laws will be removed. Mark my word, 15 to 20 years down the line taxation laws will be removed. Okay, cross-border taxation and all, everything will be removed. There will be something else in substitute of taxation. Arbitration, mediation and counsel, forensic, financial services, capital market, third priority I'll give. Forex and treasury management I'll give fourth priority. This is most important. Then valuation I'll give fifth priority, because as the financial activity is increasing, loans increases, valuation, business valuation, startups, so many. Forensic audit I'll give sixth priority. Introduction to digital ecosystem and SAP implementation, FICO module implementation, so many, you know, companies transforming from their traditional accounting to ERP accounting. So that is also having high weight. Arbitration, mediation and counseling, very important for CS, because you need to sit between two companies and then, you know, fix dealings, all that. International taxation, I'll give ninth priority. Government accounting and public finance, I give 10th. Sir, government accounting, public finance, actually, though you're having knowledge of this, but you don't get a government job, because government accounting and public finance related jobs, only you will get, I mean, you will get those kinds of jobs only for those who go through that route. For this, you need not have CA qualification. Getting it? So that is my least priority. Do you concur with options given in set D? Yes. My first priority is for constitution. The next priority is for communication. And the next priority is for philosophy. And my next priority is for psychology. Finally, entrepreneurship. Sir, you're an entrepreneur. No, why you get fifth rating? Because if these four qualities were there, you naturally become entrepreneur. If you're having constitution idea, you're having good psychological skills, philosophy, communication, they all will make you naturally entrepreneur. So that is why I choose this criteria. Do you agree that knowledge gained through self-assessment module will be evaluated objectively? No, I don't have any trust on else, you know, online examination online. I don't have much trust, unless if it is online based test, introduce center based online examination with open book and flexibility for the student from principal articles, flexibility for the student from principals under articles, under PT. So you see, it's completely conveyed. Next. So what else is there? Do you concur with the timing of orientation course? Absolutely. Advanced IDT level 2? Absolutely. Do you agree with suggested duration of 2 levels of training? Absolutely. Do you prefer a combination of virtual and physical modes? Absolutely. Both the combination should be there. Save next. See, people say online education is not correct, but actually speaking, in online only you get the best faculty. In physical, restricted, the resources restricted to very local. You may not get the best, but in online, you can choose the best mode of learning, best guidance, best mentor. So that's the main advantage of online. Do you concur with proposed papers at final? Actually speaking, I'm okay with the papers. But SCMP advisors already gave no? Fine. I think here I'll go with 5. Whether ethics and information technology integrated with other subject, very much important. Do you concur with the eligibility criteria for? Yes, very much. Whether 30% case study based MCQ, all papers. Actually, no. SCM self-paced learning module, I think it should be required only for COP members, practicing members. I feel so, but debatable. Okay, let me not go into deep into it. Whether 30% MCQs introduced in all papers, 3 I am to go with, because in some papers I don't like. In FR MCQ I don't like. In accounts I don't like MCQ. Costing I don't like MCQ. Do you concur with open book or restricted pattern for all papers? Restricted open book means, now again the reason why I said partial open book means restricted open book means partial open book, full open book or partial open book. That here, this is also one reason why I got partial open book. Restricted open book means it's closed book. I'm not concretely saying it's a closed book, because do you concur with open book or closed book? Only one option they gave. No, that's not fair, right? So that's not correct way of interpretation. No, open book, full open book. Restricted means partial open book. Open book is there. 5 out of 5. But the paper standard should be very high. Only then real learning should come. Real analytical skill will come. Multidisciplinary, 100% I'm okay with it. Are you in agreement with negative marking of MCQ? Yes, I'm in agreement with. Whether exemption be extended beyond 3 attempts? Yes, I'm okay with it. Absolutely. Same next. OMG, almost 1 hour 20 minutes. Sorry, I'm troubling you. Whether BA certificate be awarded to candidates who are not successful? Yes, it's good actually. Are you in agreement with eligibility criteria? Yes, absolutely. Are you in agreement with nomenclature? You know, I say no. Business Accounting Associate is similar to BA word. So I call FAA, or I simply call FA. FA Ram Harsha. If I couldn't clear CA, I'll call FA Ram Harsha. I think it's good, no? Good, no? Something. You give your own suggestion. You think and then give your own suggestion. You can even skip if you don't have the idea, you can skip. BA, yeah? Okay, like you can skip, you can directly write final exam and clear final exam. All my students, you will clear final examination. Why you need to go with BA? Yeah? Okay, join with me for CA final coaching. I'll make you clear for CA final. Slight promotion. Whether eligibility for COP, whether the eligibility for requirement of COP for newly enrolled members, actually it's okay. No. There is whether there be any eligibility requirement for obtaining COP for newly, yes, eligibility should be there for COP. If yes, do you concur with 1 year post qualification experience? This no. I say partly yes, partly no. Actually no. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Whether there is any eligibility requirement for members in the industry for COP at a later point of time, whether there is any, yes, very much needed. Like the members who are coming from industry to practice, for them there should be some eligibility requirement, like they should write some small test, something like that. If that is there, it will be good. If yes, do you concur with stipulated? In such case, I'm okay. Suppose he completed PT just 6 months wrote, final wrote, and he want to enter COP. Why? For him recently completed articles, no, he's having grip. Suppose he went to industry, 5 years he done, again came back, now he want to enter into practice. For him 1 year is important. That's it. Next, international curriculum. Are you in agreement? Absolutely. Do you agree that there will be a common curriculum for domestic and international student, except with okay, fine. Are you in agreement with PT undertaken outside India by international member under accounting bodies of IFSC? Yes. Do you concur with complete virtual mode of imparting soft skill training intensely? Yes, very much. Do you agree that the changes accounted in the proposed scheme is as per the requirement of the profession? That is as per the requirement of the profession, no doubt about it, and submit. That's it. What happened? Submitted. Your survey has been submitted. Thanks for providing your valuable inputs. That's it. Why late? What are you looking at? Fill. In this video, in the last 20 minutes, I only involved in filling this entire suggestions part. What do you need to do? Come and fill. No. Watch first 1 hour video. Okay. Learn what exactly the curriculum is talking about, and then fill your suggestions. I think after filling all this, you'll get a lot clarity. If simply speaking, if you listen my entire this 1 hour 25 minutes, I'm telling you, you need not require to ask any question to anybody. And now finally, before I complete, sir, what about existing scheme? The implementation guide for proposed scheme yet to come. Transition scheme yet to come. Transition scheme once they bring. Last time in 2017-18, what happened? From old scheme to new scheme migration, they gave certain benefits. Exemption, carry forward, conversion, exempted paper in that old scheme is exempted in the new scheme. Similar kind of changes only, similar kind of exemptions and benefits will be given. You need not worry. One more important clarification. Sir, already I'm a present article student. Can I convert to new? No. Once your articleship deed is registered, you are bound by that. Sir, I have not yet registered CA final. Can I register under new scheme? Yes. Once it is implemented only, you can register. Sir, which is better? New or old? New scheme is better or old scheme? Right now, old scheme is only better. unless the chapter syllabus, they said information technology included in every subject. Unless I see the syllabus of each and every subject, each and every chapter of each and every subject, I can't comment which is better. As a whole structure, new appears very good, but we need to look at the chapter contents, all that. SPLM, self-paced learning module is there. Looking at all these complications, though it appears attractive, though it appears tempting, our existing scheme is quite better to qualify now, especially those who are continuing now. Suppose you are going to complete foundation, you are going to start inter, for him new only better. Migration from existing to new is not suggestible. Whereas if directly you reached under proposed scheme, that is okay. I hope you understand my intention. That's it. So those who are all under existing scheme, please participate in this voting, especially your suggestion is very important. Please participate in the suggestions program. Let us ignore whether our suggestion is considered or not, but participate. That's it. So have a nice time. All the best. Have a nice time. Bye bye, and share this video to your friends as well, because I think you will not find any other video in the entire YouTube like this video, 1.5 hour video. I'm pretty confident. That's it. Bye bye.